The interrogation of Michael Mitchell. If you were here a couple of days ago, I did a live stream where we watched an officer pulled over a Charger. I think it was an orange and black Charger, Challenger, one of those whips. Pulled it over. I thought the cop was very lax. Someone pointed out to me he was protocol and by the book, but I thought he was laxed in he got out of his car, he waved the kid over, told the kid to come holler at him. The kid comes holler at him. He's not cuffed, he's not nothing. The guy's asking him questions. It gets to the point where the dude don't even know where he lives. Like he's trying to show him his address in the maps on the phone. He's just messing with the cop. At some point, the cop goes around to the driver's side of the car and he sees that the driver's side of the car is blown out. There's bullet holes through the windows, and at that moment, he asked the kid, "When did this happen?" While he's interrogating the kid and calling for somebody to back him up, somebody pulls up and hands him a phone and says, "That car, the people on this phone been looking for that car and the person that owns that car." Now, the kid that he pulled out the car said his brother let him use the car. So a truck pulls up behind the cop and tells him, "I got these people on the phone. These people have been looking for that car." So they get on the phone with the cop. They tell the cop, "That's Michael Robinson's car. Is it a short dude with plaits in his hair?" And the cop said no, because the kid was not the kid that they were describing. After a certain amount of time, the cop's going back and forth. The cop doesn't want to bastardize the scene of the crime or mess with the car or search through the car. But at one point, he says to himself, "Man, I got to do this because this is the obvious thing to do." And he pops the trunk and he finds the body of the driver in the trunk of the car. He goes back to the kid. He said, "Who's that in the car?" The kid tells him, "That's Mike. It's Mike Robinson." And then the kid starts crying and the kid tells him, "I just hit him. I just hit him. That's all I did." And boom, they lock him up. And then this is the confession video here.
And I am scared. I didn't know what to do. So I turned around, I shot him. Like he was like drawing it towards me. And I was scared. I didn't know what to do. So I turned around, I shot him. And he stopped shooting till the bullets ran out.
Okay, this is a step in the right direction, okay? Getting it off your chest.
Oh, what the fuck you're right here, man.
18 hours.
On July 29th.
I'm only 18.
I'm only
On
18.
July 29th.
You're not only 18. If you were 17, it would have been like, I'm only 17. No. Now you 18. You done passed the I'm only stage, bro. So that's the car right there. Driver's side's blown out, body in the trunk. All I could think was annoying Nas, body in the trunk. That's it. Michael was doing he was doing 73 and a 55. You know what I'm saying? Michael was out there looking for trouble. Like, he got a body in the trunk, driver's side's blown out, and he's still doing 73 and a 55 broad daylight. And not even considering that people might be looking for that car.
And the trooper began to investigate. During his investigation,
the trooper didn't pull him over because he saw the driver's side of that car blown out. The trooper pulled him over because he was doing 73 and a 55. Teach your kids that at 18 years old, everything changes for them as far as the legal system. Because the I'm only mentality don't serve nobody well. I'm only 18. No. You need to understand, oh, you 18 now. You better act accordingly. All right. He signed his life over right there.
So basically, my friends wanted to set Mike up.
He didn't even think about nothing. First words out of his mouth is my friend wanted to set Mike up. The guy driving 73 and a 55 with a body in the trunk and a blown out driver's side is already put that on somebody else. It's only natural. You know what I'm saying? It's the will to survive.
Because they know he was loaded, like he had money and stuff like that. So they hit me up. He was like, "Hey, yo, link with Mike. All you gotta do is just y'all can smoke together." And then when he drop you off, I handle it from there.
So they told him, all you gotta do with Mike is smoke together, and when you drop him off, we'll get him.
Yeah.
Or when he drop you off, we'll get him.
He was like talking to Mike, like, yeah, like trying to make him feel comfortable or whatever. Like trying to be cool with him. And after that, he ended up like talking Mike out of the car, and at this point, like Mike,
He looked like he just making it up as he goes, like in the drive over there. He didn't think about none of this.
like he on the door and the car, like he just leaning up right there.
Mm-hmm.
After that, shots just came out, boom, boom, boom. Mike hit the ground. He was holding his stomach. He was like, bro, you shot me in my stomach. After that, he ran to the car because he knew Mike had a gun too. He went in there, grabbed Mike's gun. Mike was on the ground. He just did it to him, and that was it.
He did what to him?
He shot him in the head.
Okay. Alright.
After that, he was like, pop the trunk, bro, hurry up, pop the trunk. Pop the trunk. I just grabbed his legs, threw him in there. And after that,
Grabbed his legs. I popped the trunk. He popped him. I popped the trunk. I grabbed his legs.
He took the car.
That's all I did.
Like, he took the
I ain't do nothing else. All I did was that. I ain't shoot him. I hit him. Well, now in this story, he ain't hit him. Now he just carried him. Put him in the trunk.
car with the body, and I was gone. I was at home. So this morning he came and dropped the car over. He wanted me to get rid of everything. Like dump the car, like all that together. And I was scared too. Like I was scared he was gonna do the same to me if I didn't do what he said. Cause like you see me, I can't really do nothing. He bigger than me. I can't do nothing. So I just did what he said.
The bully defense. Did what he said. He was bigger than me. He told me get rid of the car, get rid of Mike, get rid of everything.
And I was coming. Yeah, like coming towards Williamsburg, and then that's when I got stopped. And then he popped the trunk, and then he saw my body. And
When you said that your homeboys were going to set Mike up, who all is that? Look, man, you doing right?
It was a few people, but it was only one person. It was only one person that pulled. Like
Let's start with him, okay?
Cam.
Cam.
Mhm.
What's Cameron's last name? How old is Cameron?
I think it's about my age.
Shout it out, Cameron.
Alright, and what did he say to you when he called?
Or did he? Did Cameron have anything to do with it? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
When y'all were together, whatever, about setting Mike up?
He was like, hey, bro. You know Mike love the stuff. All I need you to do is just, he wanted me to just like get him high or whatever. And then he just took over the rest. And that's all he wanted me to do.
All he wanted him to do was get Mike out of his senses, keep him high.
Alright, who else all was there?
Who else all was there? Everybody.
Nobody really.
Come on, man. You already told me that.
Nobody really. Let me turn these off. These worse.
You're doing really good, okay? You're doing the best
good,
thing
bro.
you can do to help yourself. I hate
Doing
to see
a great job. You opened up with my friends wanted to set up Mike.
you just give me a little and then hold out a little, but then I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. Does that make sense? I believe you. I can see. I can see that you're telling the truth, but let's just go ahead and tell the whole story.
Truth and
I
nothing
knew
but the
my
truth.
cousin. He was at my house with me.
Who's your
So
son?
he was just chilling with me. Cousin Smiley.
Who?
Smiley.
Smiley. What's his last name?
Cousin Smiley was with you? Oh, man. Now Smiley's involved. You got Smiley in there, too?
What was his role in this deal?
He really didn't have a role. He was just at my house with me chilling.
Yeah.
He was just at your house chilling, huh? So he don't like Cam. Something in him wants to put it on Cam. That's been his mission since the beginning of this conversation, the first thing he said when he said my friend wanted to set up Mike. Who's your friend? Cam. They said, oh, how many people were? He said, man, it was only one really that was, the guy. He was like, let's start with him. Cam. This kid don't like Cam. I don't know what Cam did to him. He ain't like Mike either. Look what he did to Mike. He's just talking in circles. Putting it on everybody. Woke me up. He called me mad details about nothing. He wildin'. He walking him all over Louisiana.
Because when Mike fell, he had his Apple Watch on, and I think his Apple Watch and the phone still in the car, I think. But that's all I know that he took for sure, because he was trying to hurry up and split. So that's all I know.
Was there any dope in the car? Money in the car?
No dope, no money. Long story short, Shorty's just putting it on everybody else. They're gonna handcuff you up. They done gave him his chips. He was cheap. No Burger King, no McDonald's, no Wendy's. Just a bag of chips and a big bottle of water that looked like they took away from him already.
Points to you. And nothing points to Cameron.
Nothing points to Cameron. So he been trying to put it on Cameron all night. Nothing points to Cameron.
You're going to be a free man shortly. And you're going to be in here for first-degree murder because you did all this by yourself with no help.
Smiley didn't see me with a gun. He didn't. I'm telling you, I did not get in Smiley's car with the gun. I got in the gun.
His whole attitude changed. His whole demeanor's changing. His voice got heavier. He could put some. He's saying it with his chest. Still bullshit, but
I got in his car with myself, and I had my weed.
And he's just mentioning mad names and convoluting the situation, and they know that
I just don't want you
nothing to do with nothing.
Covering for somebody that ain't covering for you.
And he never saw Cameron. He never saw Cam that night, according to him.
He looked at a picture of Cameron and said, I ain't never seen that man before in my life.
I said, well, he not trying to cover for this dude, bro. This is...
How does he even know him? Why would he cover for some random guy and not cover for his cousin? That don't make any sense.
It don't.
Did you FaceTime him and tell him this happened?
I FaceTimed him. I FaceTimed him after shooting happened.
So word comes out in this that he FaceTimed his girl and he FaceTimed I believe Cameron on some. I got the whip. I'm in the whip. And he wanna act like he a victim and he was tasked and bullied into doing something.
Okay. And what did you tell him?
I was like, bro, this dude just got shot. Like, and there's...
Look here, let me say this, okay? You 18? I was 18 once. There wasn't many things that mattered to me when I was 18. Alright? I'm a little guy. Right? Look at me. I'm a whole 150 pounds. I'm a little bigger than you.
Cop is playing to what he said. He said, I was little, man. He bullied me into taking the car and getting rid of the car.
But I'm a lot older than you two. You took a video of that car and then sent it to your girlfriend. You remember what you were saying? That you were in a shooting and all this other stuff. Alright?
Okay.
That's to sound tough, right?
I'm finna tell y'all what happened.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all what really happened now.
So it wasn't no plan to save Michael. Wasn't no plan.
No plan.
I called my cousin.
No plan. No Cam, no Smiley, no Jay, no Pat. Nobody had nothing to do with nothing. Just Michael Mitchell.
We just linked up. We was smoking. We was chilling. And after that, I told him I was finna link up with Mike. I'm finna go, But before that, we picked my homeboys up, so we was just
So
chilling.
y'all did drive around. Smiley's right. Y'all did drive around and pick up two dudes.
Yeah, Pat and Jay.
Pat and Jay.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, we go back to my neighborhood. We smoking. After that, cause me and Mike cool, I was like, I chased Mike. I was like trying to match, pull up on me.
He texted you back and said that he's back at the spot, which is the same spot y'all were smoking at earlier in the night, with Pat and Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. And right now you're still with Mike.
I'm still with Mike at this point.
Go from there.
So, all of the guys that he mentioned earlier, they're all somewhere else, and he's somewhere else alone with Mike. Getting high with Mike.
What happened after that?
So after we left the apartments, I was like, hey, bro, I'm ready to go home. And Mike, he was like, he was looking kind of frustrated at that. Like, he was like blowing his breath real hard. He was like, all right. Through the car and park, he was being kind of aggressive.
Where were you at right now?
So that's it right there. That could have been what triggered him. He said he was going to bounce. Mike was like, whatever, you sucker. You know what I'm saying? And so he wasn't feeling that attitude.
At this point, we was leaving the apartments.
Y'all were driving?
Yeah,
Okay.
like pulling out of the apartments. And he was going super fast. Hitting the corners all lit. I was getting out. He pulled around with the car facing, like, the car would be facing the opposite way that we came. I told y'all, Mike, I turned around. Mike had his gun in his hand. Like, he was like drawing it towards me. And I was scared. I didn't know what to do. So I turned around, I shot him. And I need to stop shooting till the bullets ran out.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And all that fear and all of that drama of your boy trying to take you out, you FaceTime your girl that was like, I got the whip, I blasted dude. You FaceTime Cameron, I got the whip, I blasted dude. You foolish, you played yourself. It ain't the 1980s, man. You wasn't even thought of in the 80s. In the 1980s, you could get away with everything. You can't get away with shit no more, man. Them cameras is everywhere. Them GPSs is everywhere. You playing yourself.
Hey, this is a step in the right direction, okay? Getting it off your chest.
Oh, what the fuck, you're right here, man. I'm on 18.
Do you know why Mike pulled a gun on you?
Like, Mike, he like to smoke. Like, he smoked, and I stay with weed. Like, I don't sell it, but like I stay with a decent amount of it for my own personal use. So when we was smoking, like, I pulled out my bag of weed, like, to.
How much did you have?
Like
a zip?
About a zip.
How much did Mike have?
Mike had he already had his blunt rolled up, so he just pulled up.
That's all he had?
Yeah, he pulled up with his blunt rolled up, and when we was in the car, he opened the little dash, pulled out the reloads. He was like, "You can come roll up."
Hey, Dad, the man was inviting you to his blunts, you know what I'm saying, and breaking bread with you.
After that, I pulled my weed out. I was like pulling a few buds out so I can roll me a blunt up. And he was like, as I'm rolling up, like I can see him looking. I saw him looking at me through the corner of my eye. Like, I just saw him staring. He wasn't looking at me though. He was staring at the weed that I had sitting in my lap. But I ain't just look over there at him. I was just like, I didn't think nothing of it. I was just rolling my blunt. So after that, we was smoking. We was high with him. I was like, yeah. And after that, I told him I was ready to go. So after that, yeah. I was like dapping him up, all right, bro, I'll see you later, whatever. And he was like as I was walking, like, when I was getting out the car, Mike got out the car too, like he to post up on the car. And like once I came from around, like,
So you came around the back, out the passenger side and around the back?
No, I didn't like come around, but I was like walking on that side. So from where the car was at, I came around right here, and I was just like, I was behind the car at this point, finna walk back home. And I turned around, I seen Mike, he was like, had the gun in his hand.
He's still
Like,
gonna play
did
the
he say anything to you?
self-defense. He's still gonna play the self-defense, but the mistake he made was calling everybody and telling them, "I got the whip. I had to shoot."
Did it make you turn around and look at him?
I just look back because I ain't have a good feeling about that. Because, like, why you standing out the car watching me? He don't never do that when he drop me off. Like, he don't. When
So
he
it would typically you would just get out,
yeah, and he
bounce,
would just drive off.
and he just drive off. But for some reason the car didn't move.
He didn't move.
He got out.
He was standing on the car, and that wasn't what he usually do.
Okay.
So I looked back, I seen him pulling up with the motion.
Where did you have your gun at?
It was in my
Front?
in my hoodie pocket.
In your pocket. Okay.
And I didn't have the safety on. I had one in the head already. So once I seen it, my first reaction, I just pulled mine out and I just started going, and I didn't stop until I ran out.
And, okay. After that, he
Question is, and who knows if it matters, was Michael Robinson trying to get him, or did he just get him? I think he just got him and robbed Michael Robinson because he got on the phone clout chasing and showing his girl what he got.
still falls to the ground like you're talking about. Then what happened?
So when I went for his gun and I shot him in the head
Where was his gun laying at?
under the seat.
I thought you said he had it out on the side.
So he hit him.
I went for his gun.
Then what happened? Okay, after that, he still falls to the ground like you're...
And stop until
So he hit him, walked over, grabbed his gun, came back, and domed him. He's damning himself this whole
I
time.
ran out.
And, okay, after that, he still falls to the ground like you're talking about. Then what happened?
So when I went for his gun and I shot him in the head
Where was his gun laying at?
under the seat.
I thought you said he had it out on the side.
You had to like dig, cause at first when we was smoking, it was like he had it tucked right here between the center console and the seat.
Mm-hmm.
And when we was driving, like I was like, we was smoking. It was right though, cause he had the lights on in the car, so I could physically see. I saw the clip, but I didn't see the whole gun. Like I just saw the grip part in the clip sticking out from right there. So I'm like I saw it. Like I'm aware that he had the gun in the car.
Okay. So, but you said you
So he didn't even get to upstrap on him. Dude just made the move for it. And Buddy came around the car and let him have it. That's what it sounds like to me, but it's late. Who knows?
you saw when he got out, he raised up on you. Did he have the gun in his hand?
He had the gun in his
The
hand.
same gun that was in the car.
The TARS. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then when he raised up on you and you to defend yourself, you shot him. Where was his gun at? The one that he had in his hand was going to raise up. Did he have two guns? Or did he have one?
He got two guns. He had.
So where was the one he had in his hand when you went to go get him?
Oh yeah, two guns.
When he hit the ground, I don't know where the gun went, but I know he still had the ones tucked to the side right there. So I went for that one. I wasn't trying to go for the one that he had on him. I was trying to go for that one in the car. So yeah, I took that one out the car. I took the safety off and I shot him in the head.
Okay.
So he just told them, listen, I didn't just save myself from a dude that was gonna bust at me. I knocked him down, I disarmed him, and I domed him. You just put yourself away for the rest of your life, bro.
Okay.
Where did the other gun go that was on the ground?
I don't know.
Ever?
Yeah,
You don't know where it went?
because you realize what just came out your mouth.
Ever?
Because when I put the body in the trunk, like I was.
Okay, so this
Let's stop. Let's slow down a little bit, okay?
Okay.
We're all
look,
right.
look. You feel a lot better now. You're getting off your chest.
You feel better. Come on, relax. Don't tell us about the trunk yet. We're not ready for the trunk yet. Just tell us more about how you did it, why you did it, and tell us more about how you walked up and you stood over him and you gave him the last shot. Tell him all that. That's what he wants. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear about the trunk yet.
So, when they hear the shots, you FaceTime Smiley. Smiley told us what you said. So they come around the corner. Does Smiley get out of the car at all?
He didn't get out the car at all.
Who got out of that car to come help you load the body?
Pat did.
That was a dude in the back seat.
Damn, boy, you just put Pat in the position.
The beard. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you told, I guess through the phone, did you tell him, come help me do this?
I was like,
how did Pat know to get out
You're
of the car?
not jamming them up. Okay?
No, you're not.
We're
I
just
was
putting
just
people
like-
on the story.
I was like,
Of
bro,
course not. Of course not, Michael Mitchell. You're not jamming them up. You're just implicating their name in an accessory to the N word.
I just shot this dude. Like, I don't know what to do. Can you come over here? I'm like, I don't know what to do. So he drove around the corner and he stopped. Like, he flashed the lights from where we was at. And I was like, I don't know what to do, bro. I don't know what to do. Can somebody like help me at least?
You knew that you needed to FaceTime your girl and let her know that you had that black and orange car. You weren't worried about it then.
Put it in the trunk or something. And Pat, he got out. Pat got out. He helped me put the body in the trunk. And I drove off. Like, I drove off. I hit the car and I...
Where did you drive the car to?
I drove it like... It was like a block away from my house.
Okay.
It was close, but not close. But it was in the
Right where
area.
you took
Put
the
'em in.
picture of it.
I did talk to Smiley after that, cause I was like, cause it was on my mind. Like I had never done nothing like this before. I didn't know what to do, so I just went to him. I was like, bro, what am I supposed to do? He was telling me, he was like, just try to be cool, like keep your head on straight. Try to keep a clear head about it.
Well, let's go to another real side point. Did Cameron have anything to do with this?
Nope. And Cameron was the first person that he involved in the whole thing. The moment he opened his mouth, the first person that he said had plans to hurt Michael Robinson was Cameron.
So Cameron is totally innocent.
Where did you come up with Cameron?
I hate him. He used to mess with my girl. Gotta have something to do with something like that.
You don't like him, or
That's it.
He
That's all it takes.
He jacked me for some money. He jacked me for a large amount of money a
There
while.
it is, money. Okay, money. There's, when somebody goes in there and they use you to save them, they might not have liked you when you got there anyway.
where are the guns that Mike had and that you shot Mike with? Where are they now?
I gave him the pack. I gave him to him like after he helped me with the body. He asked for the guns. He was like, what the guns is? I ran to the car and grabbed both of the guns and I gave them to him. And he split, and that's when they had it look.
He split with Smiley.
Mm-hmm.
What is Pat in your phone as?
Just implicated them in all kind of stuff that they had no business. He didn't even have to say none of that. He putting them on guns and everything, making them accomplices, really.
Like I didn't text Pat.
No, it's okay. What is Pat in your phone as? How do you? If I gave you your phone right now, how would you get in touch with him?
That's the thing. Like I didn't get in touch with him. Jay got in touch with him.
All right. How do we get in touch with Jay?
Does Jay in your phone's got a phone number in your number?
He's Facebook, AIJ.
So y'all don't talk. You don't have a phone number for either one of Jay or Pat.
Nah.
Look now, you've done all this.
I wonder if that's easier or harder for cops. If you have a phone number, it's one thing. But if we don't deal through the phone and we talk through social media, it's probably even easier for them.
We're gonna get a phone number for Jay, and then I'm gonna put that phone number in your phone and see if you can
It doesn't
talk
matter.
to him.
It's not.
It doesn't matter.
We're gonna find him.
It just helps. It just helps me not have to go kick in Jay's mama's door. I can just call Jay on the phone.
His name would be Jay with two leaves beside.
To what?
Two leaves, like the leaf
I've already seen
emoji.
it.
Yeah, he gave him the emojis. He gave him Jay-Z emojis and everything. Damn, boy, it's nothing sacred.
Yeah, that's him. But Pat and I don't have he like we picked Pat up through Jay.
Jay, too.
Put Pat in it, you put Smiley in it. You said you didn't want to implicate them, and that's all you did. You put Cameron in it, you try to get Cam down for the whole thing. Watch your friends.
So he got both guns. And then did you leave the house just looking for somewhere to dump the car? Is that kind of why you were riding around just trying to find a spot out in the country?
Mm-hmm.
So you had no general direction. You just trying to find
I
somewhere.
was just trying to something so I can keep the car, so I can go home.
Keep the car. What you keeping the car for? Cars burn up.
I hope you believe that. I'm proud of you.
I am.
I hope you believe that.
I'm proud of you. Well done. Good job, son. You did great.
I've lied to you, been ugly to you since we've been together. Yesterday or today, have I been ugly to you, lied at you, hollered at you, anything like that?
No, sir.
Do you have any reason to believe what I'm telling you is not true?
I believe.
I'm proud of you.
You know, look, I know that what you did was
You gonna put money on his books?
bad, horrible thing.
I'm not proud of that.
Yeah,
But look, if he pulled
I'm not proud of that part.
up on you with a gun and you were in fear for your life, then that helps you. And if that part is true,
that's all I did. I was scared, bro. Like
if that part is true,
How we gonna
we
help?
will try to help you. Because I don't want to see you. You seem like a good kid. I can't believe that you.
You're the smartest kid.
I'm not a bad kid.
Come on, stop with the smartest kid. The guy told you 6 lies that you saw right through. You feeding him this. It is what it is. It's a tactic, but still gotta call it out.
You're the smartest kid that we have interviewed in this whole thing, far and away.
Smartest kid.
You know everybody's real names. Your mama and stepdaddy are both smart and speak well of you. Ain't nobody said anything bad about you. Facebook is full of people talking about how good of a kid you are. I really believe that. I believe you did a bad thing and a
They
bad
did all their research. Mama, daddy, Facebook, everything.
minute. Okay? But the best thing you can do for you and us and for your heart is be sure that we know every single detail. I know it's tough right now,
Every
but I'm
detail.
telling you, it's the only thing that's going to make you feel better. Truth is the only thing that's going to set you free. Okay? So now, here's what we need to do. Here's the next things I need to do. I need to know everywhere you went,
And if you do them, I'll be proud of you.
and I need to put my hands on those guns. Okay? I need to know everywhere you went,
Everywhere you went,
and I need to put my hands on those
where's
guns.
the hammers?
Okay? Because I don't need anybody else getting jammed up. I don't want Pat to get jammed up.
Yes, you do. Because I'm willing to bet Pat got charged for taking those hammers.
With some murder weapons that he didn't have anything to do with, right? I need to go get Cameron out of jail.
Tell me about,
All right.
you got to get Cameron out, Smiley out, but you're not. So far, Cameron's the only one that hasn't had a word said against him, but Smiley, Jay, Pat. All of them dudes are implicated in the cover-up. All of them dudes are implicated with tampering with evidence, all kind of stuff.
So,
Jammed up.
how am I going to need to get in touch with Pat to get these guns back? Because he ain't going to want to talk to the police.
He gonna say, I'll call him.
Where they live.
Pat stay in Tanglewood. I don't know exactly where.
What about Jay?
Jay he stay in some houses like across the highway from me, Belfort River.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a housing complex.
You threw yourself away.
What about the
Shorty.
rubber gloves?
I didn't have any gloves on. I was in the car, nothing like, cause it all happened so fast. Like I didn't even put gloves on to put the body in the
So they
trunk.
may just
You implicated Pat, not implicate. Well, you put him in there. You implicated Pat in helping you put the body in the trunk. Threw yourself away. Threw everybody away with you. none of it should have happened. None of it.
Just be random parallel.
But it's what happens.
Well, I think so. I think they was already there. But, yeah.
Well, look, I know you feel relieved and you feel a little terror now. But if the story you're telling me is true, you're in a much better spot
That's right.
than you were before.
Well, who's gonna attest and testify to his self-defense angle, officer? Answer him that. Tell him that.
For this.
If there's any two people that are going to help you, we will.
If there's any two people that have your back, it's me and him. We love you, man. We're proud of you. Right. You gave us 4 or 5 indictments. You give us 4 or 5 cases right now. Boom, closed. Put them up.
Okay.
Y'all come help me.
I'm not going to jam you up.
I'm not, look now, I'm not telling you that I'm going to get you out of this. I'm telling you that if I can help you, I'm going to help you. Alright? You can believe that or you can not believe that, but you can walk back. You can walk back to where you're going and knowing that I'm fixing to leave here and I'm going to do the best I can we're going to make this go the best way we can. Okay?
Self-defense.
Is there anything else? I'm out of questions. I don't have any more questions. But is there anything else you want to go ahead and tell us?
Did we forget?
We're probably not coming back, okay?
It's a wrap, son.